Full. Good. Good. Even more. Perfect. Thanks, Jason. Easy. Good.
Oh, yeah, that was good correction, bro.
Thanks, man.
Oh, I'm happy to do so.
You've been dealing with everything that Baltimore has to throw at you, and then you throw on a pandemic on top of that.
And a residency to
and then
sprinkle
a resident sprinkle on top. And then couple that with, honestly, when your body is getting adjusted to something as like a grind, like residency has probably been for you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of curveballs that get thrown your way from your body standpoint. You have to incubate people on a daily basis and multiple times a day. So you're like kind of like doing all kinds of stuff like this where you're contorting yourself. So we are so appreciative of the work that you do for our city and for the people. We really genuinely are. You rock. But I want to show you how we support you by giving you amazing, exceptional musculoskeletal care so you can keep doing the awesome things that you need to do. So where I get into, like, where I would become very passionate about what we do is where there's a divide when it comes to really good evidence-based, good professional health care from the chiropractic side of things, right? Mm-hmm. So like there's this awful divide that occurs because sometimes we go stray too far this way in the chiropractic world, or the medical field doesn't even take a step in to understand what's going on this side of the let's just call it an imaginary fence.
Yeah.
Like, hanging out with us. Like, let's show us what you got. Nah. No.
Well, I can tell you what, I come back every week.
Sure.
I come back every week because I feel like as medical professionals, we only address our bodies when there's an injury. We don't do any preventative care. We take a great toll on our body with our work.
Uh-huh.
And we take that toll because we believe in helping our patients at any cost. But then we cause ourselves injuries and we only see medical professionals when we're already in pain. Mm-hmm. I believe in good body mechanics and maintenance so I can keep doing what I love, not just in the next 5 and 10 years, but when my body already starts to have the normal wear and tear and the degenerative changes, mm-hmm. I already put in the time and effort to make sure that I'm not adding to that so I can stay in my field for years to come.
Yeah, she said a lot of really insightful things when it comes to being ahead of the problems, but also to understanding the natural progression that is the mechanics of the spine or the body, how they change over time, and how if you do the right things, not when the problem really rains down on you, but beforehand, and being attentive to the little things and being mindful and body aware that you can really address the issues beforehand and also support your body in that process. Like good exercise, good stretches, good body mechanics while you're working, right, will help decrease that curvature or that degradation that is the body goes through naturally, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, I want to make the most out of these years, one, and I want to make the most out of my career, two, and I want to be ahead of the problem instead of deal with the problem as it pops up.
Yeah. And I don't want to find myself in a position where my patient needs something out of me, but physically I can no longer provide that because I have an injury.
So, in your true motivation, right? So not only are you aware of what you need to do to be successful, but your true motivation is because you love to do what you do, right? You're like, all right, now I want to keep doing this at the level that I see fit.
Yeah.
I want to keep watching way too long of a video presentation on some random pharmaceutical drug, so you can be like in that one instance, like, oh, I know this one, and I know what I need to do for that person, and you're like the only person on the floor that gets that. So,
yeah.
Right on, keep doing that. Tell us a little bit about what brought you in the first place to getting care and kind of what it's like been dealing with that injury for your neck and for some of the symptoms that you had.
So I was dealing with some neck pain on both sides for several months. I was trying to do the physical therapy exercises that I knew how to do from my medical field experience. I was trying to do stretches and all those things that I tell my patients to do, and it just wasn't working. And I think there was a day at work where I was supposed to help a patient and I couldn't perform. when I got here the first time, I could not turn my head side to side. I did not have the full range of motion.
Yeah, so you were really restricted in rotation. You had probably like 5 to 10 degrees each way.
That's it. Yeah.
And then when you go any farther, it would be like sharp pain.
Sharp pain. I didn't even realize I was having headaches almost daily. I didn't realize I wasn't sleeping well. I feel like when you live with a chronic injury, you don't understand the toll and the compensation that you go through until you realize you can't do it anymore. I didn't realize that I wasn't sleeping well. I didn't realize that I didn't have the ability to look into my blind spot when I was driving. And I came here because I said, this is too much. It's now affecting my work, affecting my sleep, and affecting my quality of life with the headaches. I need to do something about that. And I think the number one step that we did here that I didn't realize is that we found how I'm injuring my neck over and over. Mm-hmm. So it was actually something that I do at work, that I have to do at work. So then the goal was to figure out a way how to make those muscles stronger, how to relieve the injury, how to learn how to rest these muscles, and then how to have better body mechanics at work while I'm doing these.
Okay, so if you're like we have a great group of people that get to watch our videos. There's a very, very good summary of what good conservative care should be doing for somebody, right? Where they're providing them the immediate relief. They're educating the person through. I mean, she's self-educating herself through this process of being aware of what's promoting the injury, what is being mindful that she wasn't even mindful about some of those things kind of stepping into her life, and then those problems stepping into her life, and then how to not only deal with it, right, but how to manage it going forward and avoid it going forward so that she's stronger from it, right? So a lot of problems fall under that umbrella from a conservative standpoint, right? Are you progressing? Are we educating you? Are you getting stronger? And are we being cognizant of the mindfulness or the psychology, but this biopsychosocial model where you just have to be aware of different influences that affect your well-being, right? So all those things coming together, now we're at this point where this is really exciting because you just got a really great job offer from Johns Hopkins, well deserved, and now you're like, all right, where do we go from here? We're going to get you strong in a really smart way, okay? And we're going to give you the bridges to success so that you not only learn how that healthy style of lifting is good for your body, but also how you can take it forward into any atmosphere and apply it for yourself going forward, right? That's so we want you to feel better as soon as possible, educate you, and then we want you to get strong in a really smart and quick way, but not in a where we hurt ourselves type of way, right? So that's where Patrick and Mo come in. We're a little bit more of that advanced rehab that we take ourselves to the next level. So that was a lot.
That was a lot.
If you're listening, listen to her, what she said. Pay a little bit of attention to what I said, but mostly her. She's really, she does a nice job of articulating those type of problems. And honestly, what you should look for in a provider that gives you relief, as well as if you're in the medical field in general, you're a chiropractor, or you're a PT, and you're an OT, or you're a MD or DO, any of those fields, like, it's so important that you just understand what the other side does, even in your realm, right? Like, I need to know what you do so I know what I should be telling patients when it comes to those type of problems, what they should be expecting, et cetera, et cetera. Cool. Okay, let me grab some soft tissue cream. I'll be right back, and we'll get started working on some of those areas, those problem complaints that you came in with today. Okay? Sound good? Okay, be right back. This is your first full week of wait, when is residency over?
I graduate Friday,
this Friday?
This Friday.
Oh, and then you go to work on Saturday?
Yep, okay. I do. I have 5 more shifts after that. I think second week of March is technically when I'm a full-time staffer.
What tips do you have for people as they go through their residency? What are some things that they can work on?
On your hard days, when you get into your car and you want to run away.
Where do you want to run away to on those hard days?
Oh, home to my parents.
Oh, okay. Where's that? Is that Israel?
Yeah, that's Israel.
I gotcha.
Think about 10 things you learned today that you didn't know when you got into your shift. that's how I keep going. Thank
So
you.
that's a really nice way of what we call living in the gain and not the gap, right? And so being grateful for something like that, or looking over your past experiences and filling in the positive experiences that you had during them, and having that be your mindset, because you can always go and be like, man, Dr. Warren's great, I really appreciate him, but gosh, like.
But I'm overworked and I'm underfed and I'm just like I'm not sleeping enough.
Well, I was gonna say, like, you know, his shoes never matched. Or like, man, he could use some work on his soft tissue work. Like, he could, you know, whatever it is, right? Like, having that mindset where it's like, I feel much better. Like, my problem area is gone, but man, I got moved from 2 rooms, or something like that, right? Being negative. So that's awesome. Like 10 things that you learned in that day that allowed you to get through. I like it. Bring your head back for me. There's a really bad example about me, but you get what I'm saying. Head all the way down for me. Good. And we're going to work that shoulder just a little bit right here, okay? So this is just the way that I get a little bit deeper behind the shoulder blade to the rhomboid muscle. She's going to push her head all the way down that she can comfortably go and get a deep stretch to the erector spinae. And I'm going to slip off of them and slip right to the edge of this shoulder blade here. And then I'm going to have her bring her left arm up and reach across her body.
Oh, that's
and come back up, head back for me. Good. Head down. Reach. Good. Head back. And head down. And I'm going to do the work here for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Drop that shoulder for me. Good. There. Good. Head back. And head down, nice and slow. So I'm going to work on your scalenes a little bit right here, okay?
Mm-hmm. Is it easier with the hair up?
Yes, please. That'd be great. Thank you. Liam.
Mm-hmm.
Liam back there and I have got some exciting things that we're going to share coming forward. One of those is going to be a soft tissue series, both on different parts, different clinical problems that come in. And I'm going to just kind of teach as much as I know about how I deal with different issues that come into our office from a soft tissue management perspective, as well as some really simple tools that you can do. You can come up on your back. I yell it.
Back?
Yes, please. Some simple tools that you can use at home with yourself or with a partner or with a friend that needs some help. You need help with that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's okay.
Oh, no, I got it.
Here you go. I'll hold it for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Put it on your phone, okay?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's one. The soft tissue series. A teaser, curveball, is that one of these days I'm gonna go to a place like Israel or Chile, or Brazil, or go back to Australia where I lived for a while, or New Zealand or Spain. I shouldn't say or, I should be saying and in between all of these. And. Because I want to do some traveling as well as explore the world of manual medicine that way. So that's something that's coming up. And we're trying to plan. That's a long way away, but we're going to plan for that. So that's a random little teaser if you're following along. And then we're going to explore the Baltimore food scene. Good local food that's around here that's healthy and that supports local businesses. That's going to be a focus. Kind of demonstrating some healthy tips through Megan's cookbook, along with that too. So we're going to be doing some cooking classes. Talk to me about food, I yell it.
Probably do that.
Talking about some
see,
food.
I only know like Jewish mother cooking. Like you do this, this, and this, and then you let it sit for 6 hours. I don't know how to do like fast cooking.
Fast cooking?
Yeah, like in 45 minutes you'll have dinner.
It's like an experience with the cooking that you're talking about. It's like you got to spend the whole day kind of working towards it.
Nobody has time for that.
It's so unfortunate. That's my goal, be able to spend half a day focused on a meal. I really do enjoy cooking and food in general. I used to be the worst eater in the world.
Really?
Oh man, and I did like yeah, that was bad. I was stubborn.
Like picky?
Picky, yeah.
What happened? You went traveling?
I went traveling. Yeah, I got out of my bubble. When I stopped being such a little brat. And I went and ate some different foods and got forced to just eat what was in front of me. And I loved it.
Oh, God, that's all I want to do. I'm like, let me try new things.
Now I feel that way. Now I'm looking on the menu like, I can cook this, I don't want that, I can cook that. I've had that. Oh, what is that? That looks random. That looks different. I'll try that one.
I feel like it will either be the worst thing I've ever had or the best new thing I've ever tasted.
Yeah, but you don't want like the average thing you always get on the menu.
No.
I don't know.
If I wanted an average, I would cook it at home.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not my profession. Good. All right, hike this shoulder up for me here, Ayla. And you can lay, yeah, just like that. And then rest your hand right here for me. Good. And you can lay your other hand, interlace your fingers in between just so the weight of your hand's holding on. There you go. And then your left shoulder is going to basically resist me. So kind of push up this way. There you go. Good. And then drop. Good. Push up. And drop slow.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to really pin that one scalene muscle right there. Easy. Breathe in. And exhale. Now take your head. And what I want you to do is kind of bring it this way, okay? So go ahead and do that. There it is. Good, now relax. There you go. Good. A little sharp sensation there, a little tenderness. That should feel good. Breathe in and fall. So I went to Guatemala for a month, and
That's so cool.
that was the start of where I started it.
The food?
Yeah, food world changed for me then.
I want to go to Guatemala.
It is such an awesome country.
What did you do there? Just traveling?
Just traveling, I helped out with a group that we worked there called Mana Project International.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of like my entrance into the country, and worked with them. And they do a lot of great things. We were just kind of helping, assisting the program. We're just kind of like additional volunteers, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like young enough where you don't feel like comfortable traveling in a place like that.
Yeah.
It's a great way to do it. Just hold onto my back. Good. Reach a little farther. There you go. Good. And then I got you. Let your hips drop. Breathe in. And exhale. Easy. A lot of compression. There you go. Good. Reaching in. And then let it all drop. Easy. There you go. Good.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. So that was a great first experience.
Where else did you go? When did you go to Australia?
As soon as I graduated from college, I worked here for 6 months. Turn it this way, and then I bought a one-way ticket to Fiji.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was great. And I bought it for my girlfriend too at the time. See if she'd come with me, and she was crazy enough to. We had a good time. And then we went to. And we got a one-way ticket to New Zealand. I love that. When I was buying one-way tickets, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was like, I don't know how long I won't be here. Fiji, it was hot for me. It was. You were out there, but it was beautiful. Like, we got to island hop a little bit. So, and then we spent some time in New Zealand, kind of traveling the South Island. And I had a buddy that I worked with in DC, and so I spent some time there. And that was great. And then I started running out of money in New Zealand, so we went to got a work visa in Australia and started working at different places in Australia. And I ended up at a place called Noosa Heads. That was the best.
That is so cool.
The best place ever. Like super, super iconic Australia, but like nobody goes there. It's super quaint. Because it's a weird spot. Everyone usually goes to like Sydney or South. Or goes to Byron Bay and all these places, but Noosa Heads is above Brisbane, about 3 hours. And like for backpackers, it's like, why go up there unless you're gonna go diving at the Great Barrier Reef? So, I mean, it's popular, but it's not as popular as it should be. It's amazing. Let's go into your stomach. I'm gonna work your mid back, and then we'll take care of your neck too.
Okay. Just want to record the giggles.
So, some people have this reaction when the table starts going down. They might put their arms out and make some noises. For Ayala, it's just she just can't help laugh when she's going down this table. There you go. Let's scoot on that for me.
Up.
That's good. And then rest your hands like so. Go ahead and just be comfortable. So I live with a really awesome group of people. Take a deep breath in for me. And exhale easy. Who I still keep in touch with. Good. Deep breath in and then fall. Okay, just a little more compression on the out. Okay. Good. Just right here, this T12 L1 junction. And lift your chin for me a little. There you go. Beautiful.
That one is awesome.
And so my buddy Johan, who I was living with, he's out like rock climbing in Norway now. I want to go meet up with him. He moved back to Israel actually.
Did he?
He met some girl on the dive boat in Cairns.
Then how did you not come visit us yet?
I know. I wanted to go visit him.
Oh,
No pressure. Good.
that one was like waiting.
Yeah, that was like teed up. Alright, so a little more tension here. So she moves well. Good. And those areas just needs a little bit more reinforcement and some mobility. Where I really focus on, like I'm working all of this tissue. She's got trap work, she got rhomboid work, she got some anterior scaling, but it all comes down to this occiput for her.
The different muscles. Brachioradialis.
I left the pandemic pony at home and decided to go with the man mane for you today.
I appreciate you.
So
You knew
it's
what I
man
wanted
mane.
this week.
That's right.
You knew I needed that. So I've never, usually we start the video, the patient's already in here, I come in. Not with Jason.
No, man.
No.
I had to finish my moose story.
What was the moose story?
The moose story is when I was like 8 years old. I was at the ranch house. Ranch house sits really high in elevation. Nothing grows there, right?
Yeah, sure.
And my grandmother had spent like 2 years like eking out this little garden, and she had a couple like little half-formed flowers, right?
This 20-year-old garden that
She was just hella happy about this garden, right?
Yeah.
So one day we were sitting there, and all of a sudden she gets up, and man, the veins are bulging, her eyes are bopped out, she's cussing up a storm, and I'm like, whoa, because my grandmother didn't cuss. She had a really kind of strict no cuss rule.
Yeah, sure.
She's going to town, and she runs back in the office, and she comes back with this, 8-foot-long double-barreled 10-gauge shotgun. Right? It was old school, and it had 2 hammers, and it had 2 triggers.
Grandma, where'd you get that gun?
Yeah, I'm like, what, are you shooting an elephant? Did we get elephants suddenly? And she gives me the gun, and I'm like, oh, I'm like 8, right? And she goes, go dirt, shoot that moose. And I'm like, what moose? And I look out the window, and there's this moose eating up my grandma's flowers, man, and she was not having it. And I was like, I don't think I can do that. And I looked at her face, and it was like, it's either the moose or me.
Yeah.
So I trundled out there with this gun, and this moose is looking at me like, what you want? A moose is shoulder weight about here, right? Oh my
God, I've seen mooses up close.
Yeah, they're huge.
Huge.
You just don't get a sense of it.
Your heart just drops.
Yeah, and they're mean. They're mean. And so I was sitting there with the shotgun, right? And I didn't know how to use it. So I pulled both hammers back.
Yeah.
And I couldn't bring it up. It was too heavy. I couldn't put it in my shoulder, so I put it on my hip. Like old school. I was like, oh, this is it, Mr.
Like
Moose.
a cannon from the hip.
That's right, man. I'm coming for you, Bullwinkle. You killed my mom, Bullwinkle. And so I pulled both the triggers because I didn't know better. And the first shot went boom, boom, and it popped the gun. It hit me so hard that I was like, oh. And then the gun went, this hip right here. That's why it's so janky,
Oh my
man.
gosh, Grandma.
When I was 8 years old, man.
Gosh.
The thing went back. It came forward, and this is all slow mo. I'm like, no. And this moose was, I don't even think I got near the moose. I think I shot at the moon. Anyway, this thing goes up, and the second barrel went off about that time, and it came right back in the middle.
Oh.
And the next thing I know, man, I was laying on the ground, and my grandma was standing over me like, boy, you better go to college. You ain't cut out for this ranch life.
You see this garden? You could never achieve this garden.
You could never make this happen. You could. Oh, no, boy, go to college. I was like, okay, I'll go to college. Yeah, so that was me and Bullwinkle,
That's
man.
a pretty life-changing story.
It was, really, man. It shaped everything about me.
So, thanks, Grandma, but really, thanks, Grandma.
Yeah,
for,
man.
for the career.
She was like, get out there. I was like, okay.
Let's go up on your back for me. Yeah,
back.
we'll start with the neck first here.
Ooh.
So, Jason's been coming in. Jason, you've had a history. You probably could do a little bit of a encyclopedia on different chiropractic
I've got you covered. I'm a walking history book of that.
From the Midwest all the way to the East Coast.
Yep. As a matter of fact, I actually used to get cracked by a guy who worked at the Iowa Chiropractic College, which is one of the first.
Oh, really?
Yep. He was the dean.
He was the dean?
Yep. And he used to work on me a little bit. That guy was actually really good.
We from student clinic. So if you're in like Davenport, Iowa, which is where he's talking about, that's where Shackleton went to school. Or if you're in St. Louis, or let's go through the list of colleges really briefly. Chicago, western suburbs of Chicago. And you can even Google where are chiropractic colleges near me. There's a bunch in California and Florida, South Carolina.
Not that many in Wyoming. Why?
0. Well, there's not a lot of things in Wyoming, but a lot of good things. A lot of moose.
A lot of moose.
Yeah, we went to ski Jackson Hole with my brother, and we went and did like a backcountry ski with him. He's like, we're gonna go outside the boundaries, and we're gonna go out here. And I'm following him, or I'm trying to. He's a really good skier, and he starts singing really loudly. And I'm like, Russ, why are you singing? He's like, I've come up on moose so many times back here. Just keep your eyes open. I'm like, I mean, if this double black diamond, cliffs all around me dodging trees and trying to keep up with you wasn't hard enough, now I gotta like keep my eyes out for moose.
Taking on Shepherd Bullwinkle, man.
It was awful.
He's coming for
Awfully
you.
fun. Oh, it was. Yeah, I've never run up too close to one. We've seen them in Steamboat before, and we saw them from a distance, and we were in the car, so we were following them up the hillside, and it was. I mean, they're beautiful creatures.
Yeah, it's funny, they're gorgeous, but
They're mean.
they're ginormous.
They're big bullies.
Oh yeah, they're mean, oh god. But they can't see very well, so they rely mainly on smell. So they don't see very well, and I think that makes them even meaner, because they're like, I'd like to mess you up, but I can't see you. Because that was the other job that I had when I was a kid was, you have a hay yard where you stack all your hay.
Mm-hmm.
And during the winter, you got all your hay stacked there. Well, the moose used to come down and kind of go through the fence and get in the stack yard, right?
Yeah.
And eat our hay. And so I used to go out, I'd get a wooden spoon and a metal pot, and my job was to go out and beat the pot and try to scare the moose off, and they just looked at me like, what you doing? I'm like, bang, 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 bang.
You got the shotgun taken from you.
I got
they
were like, here's a pot.
Pot and a spoon. Go have fun. Maybe there's your career music for you.
We gotta figure out what to do with this boy. I don't think he's gonna make it out here in the mountains.
Little did they know the economic superstar that you would be.
That's right, man. One day I would be Jason Cross, economist of the stars.
Turn your head all the way this way, and then I'll work into this left shoulder here a little bit.
Oh yeah, you got that. You found that one.
Turn. Good. So animal stories.
Oh yeah, I got a million of them. It's all right.
Actually, most of mine are around dogs.
Well, those can be mean too.
Yeah, I think that'd be.
Oh yeah.
So, We saw some nasty dog fighting in, actually, I'll tell you this story, in Jamaica. So we went to this place called the Swift River in Jamaica. We stayed at this Airbnb with a bunch of Rastafarians. It was a really great experience, like truly an amazing family.
That sounds like a novel, man.
It was awesome. So we're like at the end of the dirt road. The power line like stops and then gets kind of trickled into like the last 4 houses, right? And we're along this river called the Swift River. There's an Airbnb right there. You can even look it up on Airbnb on the Swift River in Jamaica. So this family was great. They take us in. Me and my buddy are backpacking through Jamaica. And like this is old school farming, backcountry, like barbecue is like grilling some fish on the barbecue, and that's like a big meal. Everyone's coming to it. They got goats tied up outside of all their houses. It's old school, right? And so the dogs are really only there for an alarm system.
Right.
That's it. Like, this isn't like your pet. This is like, oh, you want some of the scraps of my food? You're going to be an alarm system for me, and that's it. So if you do anything that messes with my livelihood, you're out. Like, you're done. So this dog ate a goat. Right? And so the goats are worth way more than the dogs are worth, right? So they're like, okay, well, we got to kill the dog, right? So I'm like, what's going on? Like,
no, it's Game of Thrones over there.
Yeah, exactly. Like the community got together. The guys, like the girl's crying, the daughter's like, I love that dog, and they're like, no, we're gonna kill the dog, right? So it's a good story if you want to bear with me. It's a happy ending for the dog. So they go ahead and they kind of like, get everything set up, and the way that they're going to kill the dogs, they're going to hang him from the tree.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I'm like, what? This is pretty gruesome.
This is pretty wild.
Think about it. It's like they got a rope. That's a cheaper way than saving a bullet or whatever they're going to do. So this dog like knows what's going on, trying to run away. They get the dog. They put the dog up in the tree. This guy's all pissed off because his goat got eaten. So he's like kind of this grumpy dude putting the dog up. And we're like, man, he's like, don't film this. no National Geographic. I'm like, that's not what we're here for, but okay. And so we're watching, like, dang, man, I feel bad for that dog. It stinks. Shouldn't have eaten that goat. And so we watch him do the thing, and we walk past, and we go up to the house 3 houses down. And we step out, and it's like 30 minutes later, the dog's still sitting there in the tree, right? And then so we watch them lower the dog down. They got a ditch right next to the tree. They're going to put the dog into the ditch. He takes the rope off the dog's neck. Boom, dog gets up, sprints up the road.
Dog's like,
the whole time he was just in a muscle tense, like a muscle hold, and just locked out, and just like, all right, wait for it, and then boom, sprints up into the woods.
Scooby ain't going out like that.
The girl was pumping. We were cheering the dog on. The guy was pissed because he still had lost his goat. It was a great story. It was awesome.
Scooby ain't going out like that, right? I'm out of here. That's hysterical, man.
We were celebrating. We celebrated that night. And so there's reindeer that live up in the woods around this area. Because
really? In Jamaica?
In Jamaica. So we're like, what do you mean you got reindeer up there? Wild reindeer.
Wow.
Because there was a really nasty storm and they brought reindeer in for food.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how long ago it was, but they escaped out of their pens and then now they live in the jungles of Jamaica. So if you're ever in Jamaica and you see a reindeer, it's because
that's nuts.
they're survivors.
I did not know that.
Alright, low pressure here. Thanks, Jason. Easy. Good.
Oh, yeah, that was good correction, bro.
Thanks, man.
Woo!
Easy, breathe. And loose. Good. Let that drop. Good.
Yeah, I think I saw that moose again, man. That was good cracking.
You just saw the moose out
I
there?
saw the moose when you cried. I was like, oh, God.
Breathe in for me. And exhale. Relax your shoulders. Good. Good. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Jason, lift your chin up a little for me. Look at that moose. Good.
Oh, look at the moose. Oh, yes. Oh, that was good. Nice job, bro.
Thanks, sir. So, this is a treatment for Jason, but really we just bring Jason in on Monday mornings. He's the pump up patient of the day. So he just brings everybody's spirits up. This is a free service we provide because he's really providing the service here.
I'm happy to do so.
This is a really nice way to kind of get things loosened up. Some people just need this style of adjustment and just prefer it. It's just a gentle drop with the drop piece underneath. And I'm just mobilizing the sacrum and the SI joints and the L4, L5, these lower lumbar segments, back and forth. So.
That was glorious.
Deep breath in. And exhale, easy. Good.
Oh, yeah.
A little pressure here.
Oh, that's good living there.
A little uncomfortable at first.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah. Ooh, you lit me up on that one, buddy.
The leg.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, what's going on here?
Wake you up. I feel so alive. So, the reason we're treating Jason like this, full body, getting him fully worked up, loosened up from head to toe, come on your back, is because Jason's going to avenge his failure as an 8-year-old boy. He's going out hand-to-hand combat with Moose
Right, man.
in the future. Come up on your back.
I've been training, man. I'm like, coming for you, Bullwinkle. Actually, I've learned to let my anger go. Because Moose still scared the crap out of me. We have all three. So the ranch is surrounded like 95% by, national forest. And we're close to Yellowstone. So we get wolves, we get coyotes, we get black bear, brown bear, grizzly. It's the whole range. Every once in a while you'll pop a mountain lion around. Those are scary. That's scary stuff there, man. We actually went out one time. There was a mountain lion killing some friend of mine's cows, right?
Yeah.
So we went out with a group and pushed through this little almond-shaped hillside that was treed. I've really been that freaked out.
Oh my God.
It was, because we came across a fresh carcass.
Yeah.
When we were tromping up there, and so we lined up a group underneath with guns, and then since we were the young guys, we had to push. Oh, God, it's really scary.
Come on your side, face me.
Sure. Yeah, it was scary. Oh man. But
Yeah,
I've been lucky.
I do not mess with felines. Like I'd be way more scared to see a mountain lion or a bobcat than I would any bear. No, I wouldn't be scared to see a grizzly bear. A black bear. I would take a bobcat and a mountain lion
over a grizzly bear.
Over a grizzly bear. But I wouldn't take it over a black bear. Black bears are pretty kind of, they're just hanging. They will scare the crap out of you.
Yeah.
Because they're super quiet, and you'll just be walking through the woods, and you're like, oh.
Hi there.
Oh.
We cool?
We cool? Is this good? This is my dog. This isn't your cub. Please.
Yeah, I had this Norwegian buddy of mine that wanted to go up hunting on the ranch, and so I took him up to go elk hunting. So we got up there, and
You do me a
we got
favor.
up there.
Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Relax right there. Good. Loose. Good.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
There's-
Woo, that was good living there. So we got up there, and my Uncle Jim was up there. My Uncle Jim's a big old dude. Used to be, he was in the Navy. He was a truck driver. Badass guy, right?
Uh-huh.
And he just bought this 308 Magnum, which is like a huge gun. I mean, it's giant, right?
Yep.
And he was shooting this thing off. And I was like, man, that is impressive. I mean, the bullet is literally like this. So the shell is like that, and then the lead on it's like that. So you're shooting a round that's functionally that long, right?
Yeah. Looks like a sniper round.
It did. It looked like a 50 cal almost. It's about as close as you're going to get, in my mind. Anyway, so they had these, right? And this Norwegian buddy of mine and my Uncle Jim, we go out.
Yeah.
And we find this little hillside, and we think there's some elk on there. It's treed up. So we sent Jim up front, up top. I went through the middle, and since this Norwegian buddy of mine was a guest, we sent him at the bottom, because that's actually usually what happens is you drive them down into whoever's on the bottom. So I get out, I come out, I pop out, and I see Brian, this Norwegian buddy of mine, walking up and down, and we sit there with BS for a while. I was like, I didn't hear anything, didn't see anything. And then I'm like, man, Jim should have been out by now, man. Where do you think Jim is? And we kind of looking around, we're looking up and down, and we're like, well, let's go get the truck, because we parked it down the hill. I said, let's go get the truck, bring it back, and we'll go look for Jim. We get down there, and there's somebody in the truck. And I'm like, who's in the truck? And we go running up there, and it's my Uncle Jim. And he's in there, and he got all the doors locked. And he's about that color. And he looks at me like, why not?
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, you okay, bro? Like, did you fall down? Did you break something? You know,
Should
like,
we get in
are
this
you in
truck with you
shock?
right
Yeah,
now?
like, you know, if pale, raise the tail. If red, you know, raise the head. And he rolls on the window, and I'm like, you okay, man? And he goes, bubba, bubba. And I'm like, what? Turns out we finally got it out of him. He was up there. He came around this little clearing, and he saw. He was like, is that a dog? Like, what the hell is this dog doing up here, right? It was a cub.
Oh, God.
And he said, right about the time that it dawned on him that it was a cub, Mama Bear walked around the corner, and he said she rose up and up and up. And it was a grizzly. Up and up and up. And Jim said, I said, well, did you shoot it? And he goes, I looked at that gun, that 308, and he said, it looked like a pea shooter. And I go, what'd you do? And he goes, I ran. It's like, good plan.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, man, what do you want?
All good?
Okay, woo, look at us.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Sorry about the hair. I was a little man today. I was kind of like, woo. I feel like I'm gonna...
You really empowered the YouTube family. Not only did you inspire me and pump me up with the manscape that you're going on right now,
That's
but
right.
also, you know, the world as a whole. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.